Hello Rough Cutters, Adam Stanchek here with another Thursday Rough Cut review. This week I'm going to be reviewing the movies CKY, specifically the ones that I have, which are CKY 2K and CKY 3, which I have on this combo DVD. For those of you who don't know, CKY is the group including Bam Margera and Brandon DiCamillo and Ryan Dunn and others. That was the predecessor to Jackass. I know that the Jackass movies aren't really like this cinematic, amazing masterpiece, but especially in the wake of Ryan Dunn's untimely demise, I think it's not a bad time to tell you guys about it if you haven't heard about it. If you like Jackass, you're going to love the CKY movie. I think they're kind of cool, which is why I would be reviewing them. The two movies that are on this DVD were released in 2000 and 2001. And it's just a bunch of guys, a bunch of friends who like to skateboard and do crazy stunts, doing stupid stuff. There's a bunch of like little skits, which which of them are pretty good, and cool stunts and mean things, doing mean things to your friends. I watched it again last night because I hadn't seen it in a long time, and there's definitely parts in it where I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch this. This is gross. But there's definitely parts where I'm laughing a lot because it's like, oh my god, they actually did that. And the things that I like are like being mean to your friends. It's like one of my favorite things in life is being mean to your friends. Of course, I wouldn't like it if somebody was mean to me. But they do some pretty mean stuff to each other. And they try crazy stunts. And a lot of it's pretty funny. A lot of it's just shock humor. But a lot of it's pretty funny. Like the little skits they do are pretty good too. I like them. I like this because it's just guys who... I don't think they have any training making movies or anything before this. They're just guys who are creative, weird guys who are daredevils who just do stupid stuff but also come up with really funny, weird things to do. And I think without the CKY guys, I don't think YouTube would have been able to be quite as amazing as it is, because there was America's Funniest Home Videos of people just sending in tapes of them doing stupid things, but CKY and then Jackass is what made it so kids really want to go out and hurt themselves and record it for our entertainment. There's a whole underground skater community that likes to film skating and that kind of thing. I've never been a skater. I just can't even stand up on rollerblades, let alone a skateboard. But I have friends who used to do that kind of stuff, and I'm sure that the kids are still doing it, the young kids. But there's a whole community of it where it's like this is their counterculture, and they like to just, you know, push it to the limit and do all the crazy things. I mean, after the Jackass movies came out and when this was popular, I have to admit that I was kind of one of the kids who would enjoy to go and do some hijinks. I mean, I never was the most daring. I've ridden in shopping carts and drove cars in spots you're not supposed to drive, and these movies, I mean, they're kind of a little bit of an inspiration for that. So, I mean, they are an inspiration for anything like that. I can't say how many people have got hurt trying to emulate these people, but still, I think it's pretty fun. I mean, I'm not going to say that people in this movie are necessarily responsible or good role models, but they definitely have fun and enjoy what they're doing, and they're definitely creative. So if you want to watch a bunch of idiots do some stupid stuff, before you go and watch Jackass, I would recommend to watch this. Jackass is kind of sold out by the time, you know, the Jackass people, they're like, when you're doing it for Jackass, and like I said, it's the same people, but when they're doing it for Jackass, by then it's like I don't get the authenticity feel. And I don't know how many of the stunts and stuff in this were faked or exaggerated. There's some things where it's like, I think that person wasn't really a random person. I think that they were in on it, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm just speculating, just from what I feel. But by the time it gets to Jackass, I'm just like, this is all fake. And maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm probably wrong. It's, even if it has a degree of being fake, it's still crazy stuff that I'd never want to do. Like Jackass is like purely all shock humor. Like there's a few skits in Jackass that I'm like, oh, that's creative. You look like an old man and you're doing silly things. But this is all low budget and really creative and cool stuff. Like I said, if you don't care about this kind of movie, then don't watch it. But especially since Ryan Dunn is now dead, if you're gonna remember Ryan Dunn, I don't think you should remember him as the guy who put a toy car up his butt and had it x-rayed in the movie Jackass. I think you should remember Ryan Dunn as the guy who woke up to his friend pooping on his face. I think that's how he'd like to be remembered. But yeah, there's more than just poop humor in this. I also, in the research for this for me to review this movie, because yes, I did a little bit of research. I watched it again and looked it up online. There were some people claiming that Ryan Dunn is not really dead. And although I'm not normally the kind of guy who, like, believes anything stupid... I mean, I think he's dead. He's dead. He has to be dead. But I wanted to say that there are people who don't think he's dead. What do you think?
Here's the punch. I was sure out to lunch. Now I have become taste as sweet as the punch. I was sure out to lunch. Now I have become taste as sweet as the punch. Sweet as the punch.